Hello and welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep IAS. The big news for today is that the Government of India currently is observing 17th Pravasi Bhartiya Divas in the state of Madhya Pradesh. As you know, Pravasi Bhartiya Divas is observed to commemorate the day when Mahatma Gandhi came back to India after his stint in South Africa. Before we go into details of how the Government of India is celebrating the 17th Pravasi Bhartiya Divas, what exactly is the history of this day, I would like to remind you about the 11th of Jan workshop. This is a midweek workshop on Wednesday taken by Sarmat sir, where he will be discussing the best strategy for all of you, especially for Indian polity for the UPSC examination, both for prelims and the main stage of the examination. You can attend this workshop live at 7 p.m. on 11th of Jan, that is tomorrow, on the BYJU'S Exam Prep app. You can all register for free. The link to register for this workshop is given in the description of this video. Make sure that you register as soon as possible and don't forget to attend this. This will be live on the BYJU'S Exam Prep app. Now, as I told you, the Pravasi Bhartiya Divas 2023 is being hosted in the state of Madhya Pradesh, more specifically in the city of Indore. It was inaugurated by Prime Minister Modi yesterday because, as you know, the Pravasi Bhartiya Divas begins on the 9th of January. This was the day that Mahatma Gandhi came back to India from South Africa in 1915. Now, as you know, this was a tradition that started in 2003. The first of this Pravasi Bhartiya Divas was organized on the 9th of Jan 2003. In very simple terms, this is a day on which the Government of India appreciates the contribution made by the overseas Indian community to the development of India. As you know, India remains one of the largest receiver of remittances from around the world. NRIs and overseas Indians have made a name for themselves in a lot of fields. India has been extremely lucky in the sense that a lot of people from the Indian origin have actually gone out and made a name for themselves and made a name for the country as well. This is why wherever you go across the entire world, you will always find Indians, Indian restaurants, Indian cuisines everywhere around the entire world. Not just this, you go and see Indian cricket team. Wherever they go and play around the entire world, there is no place where they are actually short of any support. This is why the governments have time and time again tried to celebrate this heritage of India and tried to appreciate the role played by the NRI community. Since 2015, the Government of India has been celebrating this Pravasi Bhartiya Divas once every 2 years. So before 2015, that is 2003 to 2015, it was done annually, that is every single year. Since 2015, it has become an affair where the government observes this day every alternate year and not every year. This is the 17th Pravasi Bhartiya Divas that is taking place in 2023. Up till now, 16 Pravasi Bhartiya Divas have been conducted by the Government of India. Because the last Pravasi Bhartiya Divas fell during the pandemic in 2021, it was conducted virtually and it was on the themes of contributing to Atmanirbhar Bharat. The current Pravasi Bhartiya Divas being hosted in Madhya Pradesh is on the theme Diaspora, Reliable Partners for India's Progress in Amrit Kal. As you know, the Government of India is celebrating the Amrit Mahotsav, Amrit Kal, that is the 75th year of India gaining its independence. Now, if you actually find out, the Government of India has dedicated a specific website for the Pravasi Bhartiya Divas that has a list of all the previous Pravasi Bhartiya Divas that have been organized by the Government of India. Here, I am sharing with you a screenshot of the first 7 that were conducted. As we just discussed, from 2003 till 2015, this was an annual exercise. So, for these years, it was conducted every single year. After 2015, it became an exercise to be conducted every alternate year. Now, apart from this, the Government of India on this day also presents the Pravasi Bharatiya Samman Award. As the name suggests, this is an honor given to non-resident Indians or person of Indian origin or any organization or institution that has been established and run by them and has contributed immensely to India in some way or the other. This award is to commemorate these people who, despite living outside India, have been supporting the causes of the Government of India or the Indian society and have been working for the welfare of the Indian community at large. The people who decide the winners of these awards include the External Affairs Minister and also the Vice President. This award is usually given by the President of India. So this year it will be awarded by President Srimati Draupadi Murmu to 27 people who are based out of different nations right now, including Australia, Ethiopia, Israel, Japan, and others. The chief guest of this event this year will be the President of Guyana, Dr. Muhammad Irfan Ali, who himself is of Indian origin. In fact, he also will be one of the recipients of the Pravasi Bhartiya Samman Award, which will be given out this particular year. Apart from this, in order to commemorate this year's Pravasi Bharatiya Divas, the Government of India has also released a commemorative postal stamp which says Surakshit Jaye, Prashikshit Jaye, meaning that if you want to go outside India for any purpose whatsoever, if you want to go outside to study, to work, make sure that you go ahead with all the safeguards in place. In other words, go legally without taking any risk. Also, make sure that when you go outside, you're actually trained. You have a lot of skills so that you can find a job easily, you can earn a lot of money, and you can even send remittances. This is a message that the Government of India wants to give to everyone who wants to go outside and settle down there, or maybe just work there for some time. The first ever digital exhibition for this event will also be held on the theme Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, contribution of diaspora in Indian freedom struggle. A lot of these sessions will be held in this ongoing event in Indore. It will have a total of 5 different sessions on different themes. For example, it would be on the role of diaspora youth in innovation and new technologies, the role of Indian diaspora in promoting Indian healthcare, leveraging India's soft power, enabling the global mobility of Indian workforce, and also harnessing the potential of Indian entrepreneurs, particularly women, towards an inclusive approach towards nation building. Now, as I told you, India has been an extremely lucky nation when it comes to receiving remittances from all around the world. Since Indian diaspora is one of the largest diaspora in the entire world and is spread out across the entire world, we receive a lot of remittances from many nations. In fact, in 2022, the remittances coming to India touched $100 billion, which is a landmark number which has never been reached earlier. That also underlines how important India's diaspora is for India, and that is why the government of India in the past few years has been launching a lot of initiatives to appreciate the role of the NRI population. Whenever you see the Prime Minister making a visit to any country outside India, he makes it a point to interact with those Indians who have been living in that country for some years. All this is in line with the government's thinking that the NRIs and overseas citizens of India play a very important role in India's overall development. This is it for today's big news video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day ahead.